Space. It's huge. So huge, in fact, that if you lost your car keys in it, they would be almost impossible to find. Luckily for Ratchet, Captain Copernicus L. Quark was on the case. His mission, rescue the Lombax's one and only friend. Yep, without Clank, Ratchet was alone in the universe. Alone. Alone. Alone.
You realize this ship has an ejector seat, right?
Sorry. I guess you could say I've been a little antsy in my pantsy at the thought of getting back into the hero business. Yep. These wild stallions have been in the stable too long.
Right. Look, just keep your eyes peeled. Talon says this sector's crawling with mercenaries.
Rest easy, my friend. My vigilance is both eternal and peripheral.
Warning. Warning. Unidentified anomaly detected.
Hang on. Shifting to evasive maneuver.
Oh no! We're gonna die! We're gonna die! Oh, good thing I'm wearing clean underwear!
Will you shut up? We are not gonna die! Aphelion! Engage gravimetric stabilizers!
Negative. Stabilizers offline. Thrusters offline. Landing flaps offline.
Alright. So, we're gonna die. Hang on!
I know. So much for clean underwear.
Where the heck are we?
Beat me. Perhaps a leisurely stroll through this uncharted jungle will solve the mystery.
I don't think that's going to help anyone, Quark. What's up, guys? It's Binary for the win here, because Binary is just that awesome, and welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank Future Crack in Time.
Marooned on a hostile alien planet, Captain Quark realized his rescue mission would inevitably pit him against the most terrifying evil of all, nature itself.
Okay, guys, give me a second. Sorry about that. I was just customizing my weapon, because something cool about this game is that there are 3 customizable weapons, and so this is the coloration I've chosen for mine. All of my constructor weapons will probably be customized upon acquiring them to match that color anyway. Continuing on through the jungle. So yeah, again, this is my favorite game, and it'll become... Oh, that's right, we don't long jump in this game. There are dudes here. Also, I remember this frustrated me so much when I first played this, because I was not at all used to not having Clank. Yeah, well, nature does tend to do that every once in a while. Just saying. Oh, and also we don't have any... Huh, I wonder what that is. It's interesting, looks like a boost thing of some sort. Well then don't wear spandex, you idiot. Duh. Yeah, so right now we have no way to move faster. However, that does change rather soon into the game. Just like the last game, if you are smart and not like me, you can get the hover boots rather quickly. Not quite as quickly as you can in the previous installment, but then this game's also awesome.
Well, where there are bridges, there are people. Where there are people, there are ships. You see where I'm going with this?
Well, you know, unless the bridge happens to be made of, like, wood or something, in which case, where there are people, there's probably just, you know, dead people or tribal people who want to kill you with their spears.
Take that.
Whoa! Quark, are you seeing this? Something is
that a lightning bolt?
seriously wrong with this planet.
It's like time is all not working.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Also, I finally figured out what that phrase was, like, a few minutes after saying that I didn't know what it was.
Rumble, you stupid door!
I'll find another way around.
That's a problem. Also,
All right with those things on the loose?
the Omni Wrench in this game does look different.
Tiny creatures.
I think for one it's symmetrical on either side. I might be wrong about that though. However, it's colored differently and stuff. And it's, I think, according to the game, it was rebuilt by either Quark or Zephyr, I forget who.
Their parents are here.
So said every teenage boy on their first date with... Yeah, so here's, I think, where they tell you that you can have a gun, but it doesn't look like it was.
Size of those things? They were horrible.
I know, right?
Come on,
They were
there's a
like,
hotel around here.
not quite as giant as your hotel.
My concern for his compatriot's well-being, Captain Quark's noble sidekick ninja leaps from stone to stone. Below him, 6 deadly inches of crystal blue water.
It's more of a green color Quark, but whatever. And voila! Our next weapon is here. I will now purchase it. Also, this game is the game that introduced trailers. And you'll see what I mean.
Are you tired of having to purchase a different weapon for every occasion? Then
Yeah,
try
kinda.
Unit's new Constructo line and
Whoa.
take charge of your arsenal.
Gotcha.
Each weapon can be modified with any Constructo approved upgrade. Rate of fire, ammo type, special triggers. You can
Oh god.
Constructo
Ah.
now available in 3 flavors.
Oh boy.
Constructo Bongor,
Cool.
Constructo Pistol,
Ah.
Constructo Shotgun.
The shotgun is... we won't be seeing that for a while. Sort of.
Welcome back, Chief.
So yeah, and here's also Mr. Zircon is an actual weapon in this game, as it is in later installments of the series. And the... what the crap is that? Anyway, in the meantime, I will be right back after I finish customizing this weapon. Okay, done. Anyway, time to raise this second wooden bridge.
Captain Quark steals into the jungle, blaster at the ready, prepared to deliver swift justice to those who cross his path.
Quark, don't tell me you're into magic too. I don't like card games. Right.
This door is ajar.
So, let's test out our bomb glove. It works like the fusion bombs do in the previous game.
Hey, how come you get all the cool weapons?
'Cause I have money.
I had something in my eye.
The pistol... in this game, what's different about this game you'll probably see is I probably won't be using the pistol as much.
Help! Please! Please help me! My children! They're in danger!
What seems to be the problem, citizen?
Typhoids. We were
Oh,
fishing
so that's
up
what
the
those are
river
called.
when they attacked.
Quark, stay here. I'll go save the children.
You got it, sidekick. Smart thinking.
Famous last words, unless your name happens to be Ratchet. And... oh! Not this again. What the crap's going on here, man? What the crap? Okay, time does not work like this game. Also, usually speaking... how the crap did you get over there? It's a Zolar Forest. I would call this a temple, not a forest game, but whatever. Oh, I see. I took too long for it to display those things. Look, birds! Look, time. And here is our first Constructo mod of many. Okay, so here's how construction weapons work in this game. So here's a constructed pistol, right? So we've got 4 things. Here's paint color, which I've already custom made. Although I think I'm going to change it to match it. Previous one. Never mind, it's already matching the previous one. So anyway, so you see here we've got triggers, chambers, and upgrades. There are 2 for each of these 2. There are 3 upgrades and 2 for each of the other things, for a total of 6 parts per weapon. So we just got a new chamber. The blast chamber. These do affect things like ammo and stuff. So this one here will, I believe, slow its rate of fire and I believe also ammo, but it also increases the damage output. And I believe this is the other way this works is the parts they have sort of come in a set, so to speak. So upgrade, chamber, and trigger all have matched together, and then of course there's none which matches all of them. So this one here, the blast chamber, is also coupled with what is known as the charge trigger, which is the second, I believe, part we'll be getting for this weapon. So that's the thing. Anyway, enough ranting. But that, we'll change it to that for now, because... You got it. Thanks. Thanks anyway. So, yeah, 21. C4, 3... Sorry, there are not 6, there's 7 per up weapon. My bad. I can math, honest. I'm surprised that this works with all the time wonkiness.
Thanks, kitty.
I'm not a cat.
Mom's this way, kitty.
I'm not a cat. Okay, maybe. I might be slightly related to the feline family, but I'm not a cat. No.
Wow, thanks, mister. My mom's over there.
I know. You can shut up now.
Pray for us. Rex is still out there with the Zyphoids.
I believe the last area we have to go is over here. Yes, indeed. Oh, look, birds. Bird things. Here's the spawner things. You don't usually see these except for Zyphoids. Zyphoids are the only things those will spawn. Finally, someone knows what I am. This game also has better skill points, so I'll try to make an effort to get a few of them, but not all of them.
You wombat?
No, I'm a fake.
I think my mom's over here.
Artificial Lombax. So those are the giant crates. Those are basically replacements. Also, raritanium does not exist in this game, by the by. So yeah, no need to look for that, which is kind of disappointing, but kind of also a thing. Also, gold bolts give you money this time, so it's a nice way to give you an actual reward for collecting them. And I believe you don't spend them, instead they're just automatically upgrade things when you upgrade them, so that's also a thing. And remember going this way?
Thank you so much.
Happy to be of service, ma'am.
The Zyphoids will be back soon. Come. We have to get into the village.
Oh, also, there's a map. It's kind of a thing. Also, do we have percentage? We do
What
not.
are these things?
Mutated viruses from the Quark sector. We haven't seen them on this planet in years. Something must have happened to the Zoni.
The what?
Open the door.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You know what the Zoni?
What are you doing out here?
The Zyphoids are back. There must be something wrong with the timekeeper.
It's that guy from...
Outsiders. Quickly, we must head into the village.
Oh wait, just because I came out from outside your door doesn't mean I'm an out... Okay, well I guess it does technically mean I'm an outsider.
The least of our worries right now.
Wait, what?
One of the elders spotted Lord Borsalon's warship over the falls.
Wasn't he one of the guys from the prison area?
That rebel must be making trouble again. We have to move everyone into the village.
Congratulations! Your weapon is upgraded. Weapons upgrade automatically as they are used. This increases their damage and adds no modifications.
Yeah, so... In this game, when a weapon upgrades, it upgrades... That's basically the upgrade system. You don't custom upgrade them, which is nice because you don't have to grind for raritanium or anything. Also, I believe there's an... speaking of which, I should probably be switching to this now. So yeah. Oh, there's another one.
These woods are no longer safe. Come, we can offer you sanctuary within these walls.
Also, all of these things look neater. Ammo crates make a return because this game is not all for one and does not have just ammo everything refills, which are both nice and annoying at the same time. I miss my jet boots already, even though they sucked. Although you can walk while ducking in this game. There is no high jump or long jumping though.
I saw your starship crash on the other side of the ridge. I believe we may be of assistance.
Say what now?
Ship's trashed. There's no way we'll be able to repair it.
Ah, but the Zoni can. Meet me at the Temple of Zan whenever you're ready. I will explain everything.
Does that include why Clank was taken? Because that's part of everything. Okay, I expect you to hold up your part of the deal. Did I just hear what I thought I just heard? I think I did. Whoops, sorry. I expected you to throw it that way. My bad. Also...
In memory of Zan Gridnak, father, friend, and chief of the Fungoids. Looks like this guy was some sort of hero.
Unlike yourself, Quark. This is sort of your pseudo-shotgun of this game, and by that I mean it's sort of a shotgun.
Sonic Eruptor. This genetically mutated Xenago is the perfect weapon for crowd control of a destructive nature. Firing the weapon at a group of enemies will unleash a deadly and destructive mating call. Ratchet kick. Try squeezing the trigger when the Xenago's lungs are full.
So, it's a mutant frog.
Available only at Grummet.
So basically it's a mutant frog.
Alright, Chief. What can we do you for?
Don't expect there... Well,
Alright, Chief.
whoops. I meant to change weapons, yo. Yeah, there's a gold bolt down there, and I think I died a few times my first run through of trying to collect all the items. By my first run through, I mean my 10th one, because I have played through this game a lot on challenge mode. Again, on easy mode, because I'm a noob. But, you know, I do still want to have fun, which is why I'm not playing on normal mode.
Your starship is not beyond repair, but fixing it will take powers beyond anything this universe has ever seen. Powers not to be taken lightly. Can you keep a secret?
It depends. I have the key. I'm not very good with keys.
The Zoni are powerful creatures, capable of almost anything. But they are also hive minds, and must be kept together for their energy to work. Inside is a
I don't think that's how hive minds work.
to rescue lost Zoni and harness their bioenergy. Follow me, and don't touch anything.
Oh. Speaking of which, something I just noticed in that cutscene. Game options, subtitles on. So now if I talk over something, you guys can actually see what the crap's going on. Temple of Zan.
We'll have to seal you inside until you recover the vessel. Are you sure you don't want to stay here? We have a lovely miniature golf course.
I'll be fine.
Screw golf.
Link it in my nav. We'll stay in radio contact.
Golf's for people without wrenches.
Operation Red Shirt is a go.
Interesting fact that...
The key to surviving situations like this is to avoid phrases like, it's too quiet in here, or everything's going to be alright.
Okay, so an interesting fact about that. That is, well, it looks somewhat like Clank, but it also looks somewhat like a Zoni. So that's interesting. From farther away, like I used to thought that was a picture of Clank, until eventually I noticed, oh hey, that's not Clank. Because from farther away it looks like it's Clank's mouth doing like an evil smile, because it's evil Clank, yo. But, yeah, I'm probably the only person who thought...
Let's hope this vessel is worth it.
According to the chief, it's one of a kind. Brought to this dimension by Orbis and entrusted to the Fungoids.
And he's sure it'll fix Aphelion?
He said it'll do a lot more than that. Zoni bioenergy is the most powerful resource in the Omniverse.
Yeah, well, Quark here is also one of a kind, and he's not very useful either. We got a thing. I hope they don't get copyright for that.
Whoa! Quark, there are 2 Zoni in here.
Dang it, I forgot my Zoni observation guide. Also, listen to this. Dang it, I missed. I love this game. Get back here! Wait, why is I just noticed something. Why does an ancient temple have, like, faces that are afire in their laser au revoir? And there would be the last Sony. So yeah, in addition to gold bolts, we also have Zonies to collect, and also the Constructo parts. So that's Constructo mods. Fun fact, you can keep the door open in here.
I told you he'd do it.
Well done. The vessel is yours. Come, there is one more Zoni we put in the old armory for safekeeping. Our guards discovered it wandering around the waterfront. It can help you repair your ship.
That's interesting. Yeah, these are permanently pressed down. It's just the one in the middle. It's not. That's weird.
Quick! Everyone inside the temple! Porcelain is coming!
All right, Quark. You ready to let those stallions out of the stable?
I was born ready.
I believe Dr. Nefarious was clear as to the repercussions of leaving your hovel. The clock is ours.
Whoa, wait. Who?
Dr. Nefarious has no authority here, villain. In fact, I'm not even entirely convinced he's a real doctor. So return my sidekick's pal before I bring the thunder. You win again, technology.
Kill the exile and bring the rest in for question.
I should probably mention what Quark was talking about. So in A Quest for Booty, you found out that apparently, Ratchet and Quark found out that Nefarious was the one who was responsible for capturing, blah, 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 blah. Shop. Unfortunately, these guys are in the air, so it's not exactly as if we're going to be able to do much about that. The Nexus actually has a response for that. You can actually, like, precision aim your grenades, so you can actually fire them against aerial enemies. It's really nice. I like that feature. It's probably the best thing ever. And also, these guys are, by the way, have the lowest health for any of those dudes. They, you can actually kill them in a wrench hit, I believe. Yeah, you can kill them in a wrench hit. So they're the weakest of the enemies in this game. Most health would, of course, be the walkers. Just what I needed.
I have a secret passageway that will take you back to your ship. Stay close.
How is it a secret if there's doors? Also, there's a door right here. Also, you're gonna want either your explodey thing or this. One of these arrows also has, there's a walker thing that will be brought down to you. Oh no. Oh god. This, by the way, is where they introduce the walker dude. I believe. Yes. walker enemies are always annoying because they have freaking rapid-fire guns of annoyingness.
We're too late! Vorsalon is leaving!
No, not the thing that... What does that remind me of? It reminds me of some spaceship from some other game. I can't think of what it is. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the helicarrier from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. / thing. And there's our third zoni. So every 3 zonies you'll unlock a thing, an upgrade for your ship. And there are a few upgrades that are mandatory, so you should collect a zoni whenever you see them. Also, it makes combat much easier. This teleporter, by the way, is unique. It can only be activated by this dude, which is really annoying. Or either that or it's just a one-way teleporter, I don't remember. Or, yeah, one-way teleporter. But I want a gold bolt first. Can I avoid? Nope, can't avoid it. So yeah, also Aphelion looks amazing in this game. Just thought I might mention that. Aphelion's first upgrade, herself. Anyway, there's actually a cheat that you get from skill points that allows you to change the color of that, but for this purposes of this LP, I will not be changing. Well, maybe. We'll see. Also, Cobalt. Anyway, this has been Binary for the win, because Binary is just that awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.